So I want to talk a little bit about this comment right here, because it's by far really the best advice that anybody has come on my page and said for Black women. It says, many of us Black women need to accept the truth, grieve the state of the community, then move accordingly. There are literally 3 things that this person is advising sisters to do, and I agree with all 3 in that exact order. So let's go through it really quick, shall we? The first one is Black women need to accept the truth. And that truth is that the men that you continue to give birth to, that look just like you, that you continue to ride and die for, are not the men that you would hope and pray that they would be. They are not interested in showing you the same loyalty that you have been showing them generation after generation after generation. And it is time for Black women to accept that. And I feel like there's a lot of us that are still having a hard time with that. You still keep thinking about that one unicorn that may exist or may not. But overall, that unicorn does not speak for the majority of them. And that's just the reality. And then the second step is to grieve. Sisters, you need to grieve. Cry, let it go, let it out. Because the sooner you do that, the easier it will become. The sooner you do that, the easier it will become to accept. To just accept the fact that what you want in our community from the men, most likely you're never going to have. It just is what it is. We can pray, we can go to church, we can do all that. Y'all can go to church, I don't go to church. But I can tell you right now, it's not going to change the men. And then once you grieve, because you have fully accepted what we're dealing with in our community, that's when you'll start moving accordingly. And that means that's when you're going to start thinking about yourself versus the men. That's what that means, sis. That means that you'll understand the importance of loving you, of putting yourself first, of being your own ride or die, and not some dude that you just met 2 weeks ago. And then you will start moving accordingly. Because once you learn to love yourself versus the men in our community, you're going to be a lot happier. I am telling you that from personal experience. I came across a video yesterday of this beautiful young lady here on TikTok, and I'm pretty sure it's made its rounds, of how she was crying behind the fact that the men in our community are not who she would have liked them to be. And it just made me sad inside to see that, because I want Black women to understand that it's not your fault. There's nothing you can do, but you're going to have to let it go. And you're going to have to focus on you. It is time for sisters to start focusing on you. That's the only answer to all of this at this point. So I want y'all to take a look at this video and stay blessed.
I feel like everything Black women do is a problem. I don't feel safe, protected, loved around my own men of my race, and it hurts. Because Black women go so hard for y'all. We go so hard for Black men. And they just never do the same for us. And I'm tired. Some of the comments I read were so hateful. And racist. Like, the white man doesn't even have to do the job for you, because Black men do the job of white supremacy.